My name is Nick Pourcho. I'm the percussion director of Walled Lake Consolidated Schools and also the front ensemble arranger. You just watched a clip from our 2020 show entitled Lost. I'm going to take you through it from a front ensemble perspective, and our battery caption head and arranger, James Sparling, will take you through it from a battery perspective. The idea with the front ensemble here is they are lost in their own parts. Each person playing a different part, but still connected to the whole. There are a couple of different techniques being demonstrated in our mallet percussion here. The two main ones in this passage are single independence and double verticals. To develop single independence, I highly recommend spending a lot of time on permutation exercises similar to what you see in the screen right now. It's a pretty basic exercise on the screen right here, but you can vary it in a lot of different ways. You can change the sticking around so you're doing more than just 1, 2, 3, 4 like you see here. You can do 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 2, 4, or you can combine them into different patterns. You can change the interval, do it in fifths like you see here, but maybe narrow it, do it in fourths, then maybe try it in thirds, so you're working on different rotations. To develop double verticals, there are a number of different ways as well. What's on your screen here is an exercise you can use to help with chords and inversions and moving around between them in the different arm and hand positions that those evoke. So working on an exercise like this helps put the music into context much better. Same with the single independence exercise. When you get to that part in the show or that music, you've already done this in your exercise practice, so it makes doing the actual show that much easier. Communication is a huge challenge in a passage like this. Here's just the marimba part isolated by itself. The idea being we want it to sound like it's basically two players playing, one on the eighth note moving line and one on the block chord part. To work on a passage like this, where there is no listening point really in the front ensemble, everyone is playing a different part, you have to use the metronome a lot. So first off, in your individual practice, you've got to be nails on that. You got to know exactly what it feels like to play your part perfectly in time. But then also as an ensemble, so it would be kind of similar to like marching bass drums. You got to do it enough so you start to hear how your part fits with everything around you. And then when you take the met off, it's that much easier. You already know the parts, you already know how your part fits and blends in around you. So if something is adjusted or changes around you, you know how to adjust and change because you know exactly how your part fits with that. The fun part about this musical passage is that you can do it exactly like the setup that you see here in the video, or you can pick a part. You can pick the moving line, the block chords, just the melody, or maybe the synth part, the auxiliary parts, etc. And you can play those just as one part in itself. Either way, I hope you enjoy the challenge. I'm going to pass over to James now to talk about the battery.
Hi, my name is James Sparling and I'm the battery caption head and arranger for the Walled Lake Consolidated Schools. Welcome to our summer school program. Thank you, Nick, for walking us through the front ensemble portion. Now we're going to talk about the battery portion of this segment. There's multiple skill sets across all of the sections of the battery that need to be talked about in order to achieve this portion. The first one is going to be flams. You'll see on the screen here we have some very basic flam rudiments and exercises that we do. We got to make sure that our grace notes are very, very low. We need to keep them very tight to our primary note. And then we've got different combinations through here. We have some flam taps, we have flam fours, we have flam accents. There's multiple patterns in there. Really having an understanding of flam rudiments is a very, very important part to being able to play some more advanced material. The second concept here is double strokes. Those are within the context of paradiddles and just double strokes within themselves. We've got an exercise on the screen here that really works playing our doubles as rhythms. We talk quite a bit about doubles being rhythms first and stickings second. Very important that as you're learning to play great doubles, we're thinking about the second note of the double beat being just as strong, if not trying to make it stronger than the first note, so that we hear even rhythm throughout all of our doubles. The next skill here would be single strokes. This pertains particularly into the snare line. There's some very, very fast singles that decrescendo as well at the end of their first little segment here. You'll see on our screen here, we've got an exercise that just works on each hand isolating within singles and then putting them together. This exercise and this skill is really, really helpful in developing faster single strokes and the finger dexterity you need in order to be able to play them correctly. The last portion here is once the full battery gets together, we do play some more advanced double rhythms. We've got paradiddle diddles. We've also got kind of these, it's a puttada with 2 accents. You'll see on the screen here right now. Those are super duper, they feel very, very good. They're a combination of doubles, but in a little bit of a different manner. And then we cap off the section here with some dotted 8th note flams, again back to our flam concept from earlier. Now here are all the battery parts put all together so you can hear how all of these skill sets are intertwined between the sections, and it comes together to make a really, really nice musical moment here for the battery.
We're going to end with the score scrolling along to the music. Thanks for watching our video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.